starting in a seat with our eyes closed or gaze soft. And beginning to deepen the breath. Hands can be resting on your lap or on your knees, with palms facing down or up. If their hands are facing down, it's a way to help you feel connected and grounded. And if you decide to place your palms up, it's a way of inviting in and receiving energy. So whatever you decide today, let it be for your greatest good. And as you sit here, my darling, just doing a little internal check-in of where your spine is at. As you inhale, can you lengthen that gentle tuck of the chin? And as you exhale, drawing the shoulders down, softening through the face and your belly button to spine. And keeping your focus on your breath, breathing in deeply and exhaling completely. That lift and engage. Yesterday, we worked with strength and expansion. And let's bring the energy in that class was just amazing. Let's bring that into our class today. Although today's class is not themed around that, just as you sit here and breathe, expand through the chest as you inhale, and as you exhale, as you draw that belly button down towards your spine, imagine the strength at your center. Today, our class is Embodying Manifestation. And what does that mean? Manifestation is it's about dreaming up your desires. It's about thinking about your desires. The embodied is believing. And when you have that belief, that deep knowing, that belief in your goals and your dreams, you take action. And it's without thought. It's because you feel so inspired. It's intentional action towards what your goals and your dreams and desires are. That's where your manifestation becomes your reality. It's bringing that physical energy into the things that we wish to create. So allow that to be with you today. Every small action, every breath you take, allow it to be intentional and embodied. What is one thing that you would like to manifest this week? It doesn't have to be big and grand. How can you bring that manifestation into life, bring it to life with action and movement? Today, we're going to be activating the energy that aligns with your highest potential. And can you see your manifestation in your mind? Can you see your goal? And as we move through our practice with intention and embodiment and belief, maybe your steps on how to get you to your goal this week will come to life. Often it's in those quiet moments of inner stillness that the messages and the clarity come in, and it shows you the way. Let's take 3 final breaths here together, my darling. In through the nose and out through the mouth. With every exhale, connecting back to your center, back to your core. Imagine your center being the center of your whole world. Everything we bring in today is strengthening your center, strengthening your core. Let's gently open your eyes. Allow the light to come in. And inviting in movement with your neck. However that looks, whether it's inhaling to look up, exhaling to bring the chin to chest, maybe looking left and then right. Move how you want to today with your breath. We're just going to do a couple of rounds here, my darling, while you play and invite in what feels right for you. And once you've evened off on either side, we're going to bring our hands onto our shin. Well, just that if your legs are crossed, or if they're not, I invite you to cross them and bring your hands onto that front shin, wrapping them around. So it's almost like you can feel that gentle shift of your pelvis, bringing you forward. So what we're going to do here is some spinal flexion, flexion, blah, 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 blah. Flexion. So it's just about, we're keeping our neck up. We're not bringing our chin to chest here. It's a bit different to a seated cat-cow. We inhale to open the chest, and as we exhale, we just we draw the belly back. And it's that tuck of the tailbone, that back and forth of the tailbone, but our head stays up. And as you exhale and draw that belly button back to your spine, well, rounding through the spine, you really draw that belly button in. So we're working with the solar plexus here. So inhale to lift, exhale to round through the spine, really drawing that belly button back. Now you can go as fast or as slow as you like, however your breath lands for you in this moment. I'm doing a quick breath. And while you're there, my darling, I'm just going to quickly talk. Keep going. As you're breathing, imagine that energy coming up from the ground and out the root of your head, the tip of your head. So you allow that to be your focus. Inhale to lift it up and out, and then we bring it back down. This is a really wonderful way of cleansing. So maybe while you're here, let's start to quicken your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're going to be here for about 10 more seconds. Bringing all of those focus, all of those little steps into focus, into the movement. Okay, let's slow it down, releasing your hands and allowing them to gently fall by your side. Take a couple of deep breaths. Oh, well, maybe I need to yawn. There's been a shift. Oh, yawning doesn't necessarily mean that you're tired. It's the shift of energy. It's removing something. It's taking away, lifting up something. Bring your hands down by your side, touch of the fingertips. Going to inhale, left hand comes up, palm facing over towards that right side. And as we exhale, we're opening up through that left side body. Reaching through the fingertips, keeping that left knee heavy. Begin to deepen your breath. Take a long inhale. And as you exhale, drawing that left hand down to your right knee, and let's twist over towards that right side. So lifting up, coming back through center and twisting. Still staying heavy in the knees. Breathing into the belly. Let's bring that that right hand back down onto your fingertips. And let's come back down into that side stretch by bringing your left hand, lifting that left hand back up. And notice the difference after you've twisted. Can you feel yourself opening up that little bit more? Let's do that one more time, my darling. Inhale, and as you exhale, left hand comes down to your right knee and a gentle twist over towards that right side. And again, noticing if you can open yourself up just that little bit more. Drawing that right shoulder back. Beautiful. Releasing now. Just give it a little shake out before we change sides. Hands come down by your side. Inhale, right hand comes up, palm facing the left side. And as you exhale, gently bending that left elbow as we open up through the right side of our body. Big, deep breaths. Nice and heavy in that right knee and left knee. But we just don't want this right knee lifting up. Stay nice and heavy in our seat. Opening up the rib cage and creating beautiful space in your center. Take an inhale, my darling, and as you exhale, right hand comes down to that left knee. We lift up through the crown of our head and twist over towards that left side. Big deep breath here as you open yourself up into the twist. And see if you can still come back to your center, my darling, drawing that belly button back to center to stay open and engaged. Take a final breath. And as we shift, we're bringing that left hand back down and right hand comes up as we come back into that side stretch. Noticing if you can get that little bit deeper, a little bit more open, and also knowing that it's okay if you can't. It may be the most subtle twist, the subtle shift. Staying soft in the jaw. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, dropping that right hand down. And as you exhale, coming into that twist. And taking a big deep breath. Drawing that left shoulder back. Open yourself up. Open that chest up. Dropping that right shoulder down. I just noticed I had mine brought all the way up towards my ear. And a really strong message that's been coming through for me at the moment, just these last couple of days, is yoga and what it is. It's about self-awareness. And I think that's a really important message. It's about noticing those little things in yourself. And as your awareness begins to deepen and open up, you notice on your own those little subtle changes. Okay, take a final breath here, my darling. And as you exhale, going to gently release. Oof. Maybe a little twist and turn with your torso and your shoulders. Maybe a little wiggle with the chest. Maybe you'd like a little cat-cow. Whatever you need while we're sitting here before we move, because we are about to move to warm up. Whatever you need right now, let's do that. Ooh, okay. Let's come over we are going to come to a stance. So now, how are you going to get there, my darling? Take slow, intentional steps to come to the top of your mat and into a mountain. However you arrive there, let it be intentional. Let it be mindful. And let's meet in a mountain. Little creaky. Mine's a creaky mountain. Now, we are going to be walking through. We're going to be moving through. Let's call it moving, not walking. Moving through sun salutations. So just A. So we inhale to rise our hands, exhale to fold, inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, we step back into a plank, and as we exhale, we lower down to the ground. As we inhale, we push up to baby cobra, and as we exhale, we lower back down. We inhale to push up and exhale, downward facing dog. We inhale to step one foot up and then the other into a fold, and we rise back up to our mountain with hands at our heart on the exhale. That's what we're going to be doing. 3 rounds of that, my darling. Now, I am going to stay as quiet as I can and allow you to step through this, to move through this at your own pace. That movement that what I just walked through, that is 1 full round. We're going to do 3 together, okay? Now you can go as fast or as slow as you like. And if you mess up, you mess up. It does not matter. You're moving. You're moving with your breath. Even if you do the same leg 3 times, yeah? This is your time, my darling. We've been building trust. We've been building strength. Now it's your time to put this all into practice. We are embodying what we've learned. Let's move. Starting with your inhale and exhale. Flowing through the movement. Trusting yourself, my darling. Taking those big intentional breaths and movements. I am personally slowing things down, as yesterday I did this practice, or not this practice, but this sun salutation with the group, and I invited in like hopping, jumping as an option, and I did a lot of that yesterday. And this morning, slowing things down. You should be almost done, if not done already. Meeting me back in a mountain. And just have that little sacred moment to check in. Check in with your emotions, to check in with your body. Just notice how you're feeling, both physically and mentally. You might be feeling frustrated, angry, confused, or you may be feeling confident and joyous and calm. Whatever it is, just accept what it is. And let's take a couple of big, deep breaths together. Coming back to our center. Drawing that belly button to spine. Wonderful. So from here, my darling, we are going to be wonderful. We are flowing. We are going to be moving through our warriors. So over the last couple of weeks, we've been doing some warrior 3, which is a one-legged, where we're lifting one leg out and bringing our hands out in front of us. Hips are nice and square and flat. We're not opening up into a half moon, although I do have that in our practice today. We've got a warrior 3, but what we're doing is coming from a warrior 1, which is that we're stepping back first into a warrior 1. Warrior 2 is out nice and wide. We're in warrior 1 with our hips are square to the front of the mat and that front leg is bent. So that's what we're going to be flowing through today, my darling. Warrior 1 to warrior 3, keeping those hips flat, our back nice and flat and long. So let's begin. We begin in our mountain, finding our foundations first. Lifting up through the chest and engaging and coming back to our focus on our core. Nice and grounded in our feet. As we inhale and exhale, let's step back with our right foot and bending through that front leg. Staying nice and grounded in that front leg, because that's going to be the leg that we're going to be lifting up on. So we inhale, let's rise our hands up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, connect. So shoulder blades come back down together, reaching up through the fingertips. And as we exhale, connecting to your center, we're nice and engaged in the legs. So we inhale, and as we exhale, lifting off that right leg. And as we inhale, we begin to tip and exhale to land in your warrior 3. Inhale to rise back up and exhale, step back to your warrior 1. And landing. Inhale, let's rise up and exhale, warrior 3. Inhale to rise, exhale to land. Inhale, rise, exhale, warrior 3. You know what to do, my darling. We're going to do one more round. Let's step back into a mountain. Hands are raised and exhale to drop. Shake it out. Well done. Oh God, I don't have any water with me here. You need to take a little sip of water. You can, my darling. I didn't fill my water bottle up. That was very silly of me. Let's reset. Come back to your mountain. Feet are at hip width apart. We know what to do. Let's step back into your warrior one, bending through that right leg. So we're changing legs, excuse me. Hands rise up. And as we exhale, we're connecting, rooting down. Feel that beautiful connection. Legs are engaged and grounded. Let's move as we inhale to lift that back leg. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale and exhale, stepping back to land into your warrior one. Inhale to rise. Exhale to warrior three. We've got 5. Got 3 more to go. This is your last one. Landing on your warrior one. And let's step up to our mountain and hands come down. Shake it out. A little sip of water if you need to, my darling. Excuse me. I know, Lou. I need some water. Okay, we're going to stay up at the top of our mat, my darling. Going to inhale, hands circle out wide. Inhale, and as we exhale, we'll fold. Let's stretch through that lower back. Have a little dangle here before we go back to moving. Let's begin to bend through the knees, placing your hands down. We're going to step back with our right leg and lower that knee. Now we're going to stay up on that back toe, okay? So we're in a lunge. So from here, my darling, we want to engage. So our hands are still placed down on the ground. So drawing that back hip forward and the front hip back to square off the hips. Going to inhale and exhale to engage. And inhale to rise to crescent lunge. And exhale to land and open up through the open up through the chest by drawing your shoulder blades down. So we're coming up to a crescent lunge. Going to inhale to lift that back knee, coming up into a high lunge. And exhale, pushing back through that back heel. Inhale and exhale to lower. Inhale, exhale to lower back down. Hands come back down into your lunge. So that's going to be our flow. We're going to do 5 rounds. So we inhale, crescent lunge, exhale to land. Inhale to lift, exhale to push that back heel. Inhale and exhale to lower to crescent lunge. Inhale, exhale to fold into your lunge. Okay? That is your flow. Moving with intention, moving with your breath. Let's do 4, okay? We've already done 1. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We've got 1 more. Wonderful, my darling. We're going to step up. So lifting that back knee, we're going to step up into a fold, stretching it out. Nice little dangle here before we move on to that next leg. Ooh. So we're going to even it out with that leg. We're going to do 5. Wonderful. Let's bend the knees. Hands come down as we step back with the left leg, keeping that back toe nice and tucked. Coming up onto your fingertips and engaging. So bringing those hips nice and square. Wonderful. Let's move. So we inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale to draw the shoulders down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, pushing out through that heel. Inhale to lift through the fingertips. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. That's it. We've got 4. One more. You've got this. Wonderful. Coming back to our lunge and stepping up to fold. You might like to walk your legs out, my darling, by bending through one leg and then the other, being heavy in your head. Ooh, the legs have got a burny, burny burn. Wonderful. Planting your feet, being really nice and heavy in your feet. As we inhale, let's roll up one vertebrae at a time, keeping the head nice and heavy. Oh, yeah. Nice, slow roll. Let's bring our hands open. Let's expand our chest. Open it up. And let's just keep going. I'm not going to bring them up towards, we are going to bring them up towards the ceiling, but let's bring them forward as we exhale. Inhale, let's do another big circle with our arms. Bring them all the way forward, palms pressing down. And as we open them up, let's open the palms up to face the front. Open them up. And as we exhale, palms come down. Amazing. Let's leave it there. Shake it out. So now, half moon. So, I don't have anything here with me. I wanted to show you, I'm going to bring a chair here, my darling. I'm going to bring a chair here just out in front of me. So if you've got one, you can grab one. This is a nice way to have some support when we're going into a half moon to help you stay nice and stable and build strength in our legs when we're doing this. So we're in our mountain and we're going to shift our weight over to our less dominant side. That little micro bend in the knee to protect your knee, not falling back, and pressing into all 4 corners of your foot. Going to inhale to lift through the chest, and as we exhale, again, reconnecting back to your center. So we're going to start off by going into, like we're going to move into a warrior 3. So we're bending at the hips, we're lifting that back leg up, but instead of coming forward, we're going to be opening up. So see here how I've got my left hand just resting on the chair to help me open up through the chest. And that right leg opens up so the toes are pointing along the long edge of your mat. Now, if you don't have a chair, balance. Your left hand comes down to the mat. So we're opening up like a big star, but on that one leg. So if you've been able to get yourself a chair, I am feeling a little unsteady on my legs today, and that's why I grabbed it. This is just a lovely way to practice to help you stay nice and balanced. But if you're able to, you can open yourself up into half moon. Just staying there for a couple of cycles of breath. Whoa. Focusing on creating length through the side body. Taking up space. Now, coming back down, my darling, just gently, as we're going to shift our weight to the other side, and we're just doing one side. We're only doing one side each. So engaging in that right leg, or whatever leg, your most dominant leg, I should say. And once you've found your core and your center and your foundation, going to lift off and open yourself up into half moon. Staying here for about 5 cycles of breath, my darling. Pushing out through that heel if you can. Otherwise, pointing your toe, whatever you feel, whatever feels right for you. And once you've taken your breath, coming back down, finding your mountain. Well done. Give yourself a little round of applause. Well done. Okay. Right. We're going to come into the center of our mat. And feet are going to go out nice and wide. You know where we're going. Toes are pointing to each corner of the long edge of your mat. Inhale to lift up, and as we exhale, we engage not only through our center but our legs. Feel that little micro bend in the knees. As we inhale, we're going to bring our hands up, palms facing the front. And as we exhale, we're going to bend at the elbows, open that chest up. Now, remember, we're not pushing forward with our chest. We're staying nice and connected to our center. So we're not bending through the spine. We're nice and long in the spine. So we inhale, and as we exhale, bend the knees. We're coming into goddess, the goddess. We're going to embody her. Deepen the breath. We've got one more strengthening posture, but we're down on the ground for this. After this, and then we're going to slow it down. Soften through the jaw. Pushing into the heels, maybe lifting up through the toes to help you. Take 2 more big breaths. Sink in a little deeper. Inhale to lift, exhale, hands come down. A little wiggle in your hips as we heel toe all the way to center. My toes wanted to do a little dance. Dance. Just going to move this chair away. Coming back to the top of our mat. Again, let's circle our arms out wide. Hands come all the way to the ceiling, palms touch and carving a line to fold. We're folding, we're bending the knees, hands come all the way down to the mat. We're going to step back with the left and then the right, coming into a plank. Now this is just one. Going to be introducing up dog today. So tucking that tailbone under, drawing the rib cage down. Take a full cycle of breath. And as you exhale, drawing those elbows in as we lower down to the ground. Well done, my darling. We're going to untuck your toes. And we're still keeping our elbows up, so hands are still nice and flat next to your chest. Heavy in the pelvis, so push your pelvis down towards the mat. And also the tops of your feet. So we're drawing those elbows in together and feel your shoulders engage. As we inhale, we're going to lift to baby cobra. Exhale to engage. So baby cobra, we're just lifting our chest up off the ground. It's going to stay here to strengthen. We're looking out in front of us. We're not looking up. We're just looking out in front of us, where like the top of your nose. Wonderful. Inhale and exhale to lower. Head comes down onto the ground. Now, as we hear my darling, up dog, what we do is we lift our whole body off the ground. So we lengthen through the arms and we're pushing into the tops of our feet. Our pelvis comes up off the ground. This is up dog. And we're looking up directly in front of us. And then we lower back down. So again, we're still keeping our arms nice and engaged. And we're still heavy in the pelvis, and we're putting all of our, well, not all of our weight, but a lot of our weight on the tops of our feet. Okay. So from here, drawing those elbows in, shoulder blades together. Going to inhale, baby cobra. Exhale to land. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to land and engage. Inhale and exhale to lower all the way back down. Forehead touches. Again, inhale, exhale, baby cobra. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, full up dog. Lowering back down. Let's do 2 more in your own time. Baby cobra, up dog. And lowering all the way back down to the ground. Well done, my darling. Let's tuck those back toes. Inhale to push up. Exhale, let's meet in a dog. Push that ground away from you, drawing that chest back towards the tops of your thighs. Big, deep breath. Oh, that was a big one. Wonderful. Take a full cycle of breath. And as you exhale, bringing your knees down, untuck your toes and sink your bottom back to a child's pose. Now, you might like to widen your knees here, and that's okay. Landing here. Just staying here for a few cycles of breath. Well done, my darling. Again, that little sacred pause to check in with yourself, with your mind and your body. Goodness. I can get so carried away in this posture. I feel like I could just drift off. Let's take a final breath. And as you exhale, opening up, looking up in front of you, all the birdies are waking up. Going to rise up and bring your bottom down. We're going to lengthen the legs out. Legs come out in front of you. Going to inhale, hands wide, and exhale to fold. Nice and soft in the legs, darling. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here if you're feeling a little tingly or a little tight in the hammies. Head gets heavy. Deepen the breath. Begin to soften and slow down. And checking in again with yourself and what we spoke about at the beginning of the class. Let's take a final breath, and as you begin to breathe, let's roll back up. Hands come back up your legs, and we're going to stay in a seat now. We're not going to lay down. I just want you to find yourself a comfortable seat and close your eyes. Coming back into your breath. What we spoke about at the beginning of class was about moving with intention and embodying our dreams and desires, but also the belief that you can take those steps. That's those intentional steps is where the embodiment and belief really begin to, what's the word? I was going to say manifest, but that's not the right word because that's what we are working on. Begin to take hold. When I was thinking, and I could see like hands on a rope taking hold of those beliefs and those dreams, and you're getting ready to climb that rope. And every reach, every step is that belief and intentional steps towards your goal. And bringing back to your mind, what was the goal that you set for yourself for the beginning for this week? Have the actions and the steps come through to you yet? Maybe they haven't, and that's okay. Maybe they will. Let's rephrase that. Maybe they haven't yet. I love that word yet, the power of yet. Let's take the deepest breath that you've taken all week. Let's take a full breath in and a gentle hold top. And as you exhale, full exhale, releasing it all, completely letting go until there is absolutely nothing left. Draw your belly button into your spine, push all the air out. And as you inhale again, breathing all the way back down into your belly, open up through the chest, the deepest inhale, and hold at the top. And exhale fully and completely. Drawing that belly button back, letting all the air out. Pushing the last little bit out through your lips. And as you inhale, bring it all back in. Hold at the top and exhale again. Let's do one more round of that full exhale, letting it all out to get the little bit that's left at the end. Breathe it out through your lips. Another full inhale, my darling. Holding at the top. And then just very slowly, very gently releasing the exhale. And returning back to your natural rhythm, your natural breath. Well done. Bring your awareness to where you are sitting, feeling what body parts are touching the ground. Your bottom, your ankle, the side of your foot, maybe even your shin, or maybe it's the soles of your feet. However you're sitting, just notice that connection, that feeling of being grounded. Grounded and stable and steady in your foundation that you've built, that you're strengthening. Gently open your eyes, my darling, and bring your palms together, and that gentle bow of the head as you bow towards your heart and the center where you've been working today. And I invite you to give thanks to yourself, to your body, for the beautiful work that it's done. Pardon me. Excuse me. That beautiful energy that you've brought in today. When was the last time you thanked yourself for showing up? Today's the day. Thank you, my darling. I am always so grateful to spend this time and energy and space with you. It is always a pleasure. Thank you, my darling. Namaste.